Hello once again. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aquarius for April 2016. Please excuse me on my raspy voice. I am at the end of my rope with talking, but I want to get these finished and get it ready for you so that you can get to enjoy them. I have asked my guide to give me a message to you before I go through the cards, and I don't see the cards until I flip them over. And I'm going to ask him to repeat to me what he would like you to know. And the message is this: life is meant to be enjoyed, not to be continually worried about. Spend your time loving and caring for others, and spend less time worrying about what will or will not happen, or what did or didn't happen. Life is too short to spend it away in worries. Spend it instead in love and participation with others you care about. So that is a direct quote from my guide. In the last 11 readings, whatever message preceded the cards was actually corroborated by the cards themselves. So I always look forward to that because that makes it extra special. Like I said, I don't see the cards until I flip them over. So a message comes in from my guide. I don't know how it relates to the cards. So let's get started with the cards. In a position of your present or of your current situation. Oh, beautiful. We have the card called Hope. It is a major arcana. I'm going to make sure there's little to no glare. It is a major arcana signifying this is all about the inner you. This isn't about other people. This isn't about other things, situations. This is about you. And I do believe that hope is the same card as the sun in a traditional tarot deck, but please don't quote me on it because I'm terrible when it comes to cards. I don't read cards and I can't remember what they mean. I'm just going by what my guide is asking me to say. So whatever is happening right now, it has you in a good place. It is a place of new beginnings. It is a place of new hope. It is a place of enlightenment and of new situations and positions you are finding yourself in. So it is interesting that the message from my guide preceding this card was to spend less time in worrying, but more time in enjoying life. And this is very much about enjoyment and about being present and being present in whatever is happening in your life. So fantastic card to begin with. Now, let me see what the card represents, your influences, what the card is. Now, the card, another major arcana. So when we start the cards or the readings with major arcana, that already tells me that there is a really important message that's being delivered to you. And this card shows to me that the reason why you are feeling good, the reason why you're in a good place is because you had to take some steps. And this is past, not too distant of a past, but it is an influence of a past situation where you had to make decisions based on your inner knowing, intuition or inner knowing. And I'm being told that because of that, you had to come to some conclusions about your life. By listening to your intuition, you are prompted to make some changes and or adjustments to your life situation, whatever it was. I am not being shown anything in particular, but this could very well relate to, I'm sorry, I'm just going to close my email. This could very well relate to relationships, partnerships, romantic or otherwise. But something took place where intuitively you knew you had to make some decisions and take some different steps going forward. So where you are today in a place of brightness is not coming to you by a fluke. It is coming to you because of what you had to decide or what you had to change in your life at whatever time it was. Now, because card in a third position, or your future, we have the card, I can't speak, sorry. We have the card called Movement, Choices, and Decisions. So this is the physical aspect of who we are. This is an earth energy. This does connect to money, possessions. It can connect to health, romance, properties, homes, whatever it is that we own. And what is being shown to me, and incidentally, you have a 2, and then you have a 2. So interestingly enough, this month I get a lot of repeated numbers in a reading, and I haven't seen that before, not to this extent. So April seems to be a very transformative month that is full of choices and decisions. Not bad ones, good ones, but choices and decisions nonetheless. So what this tells me is that in the next upcoming few months, you will be faced with making some choices and decisions. And I feel I'm hearing the word home. So for some of you, this will be decisions surrounding a home. For some of you, this will be decisions surrounding jobs and careers. And for some of you, this will be decisions surrounding relationships. If I show you this card a little bit closer, there's a person standing in front of all these doors, and each door represents a different aspect of one's life. So this is spiritual, this is health, this is romance, and this is possessions or money. So anything is possible going forward, but I feel like you're in a really good place right now, so that whatever comes your way, I don't feel these choices and decisions are not of negative nature. They're choices and decisions that are meant to help you grow in a positive way. So whatever is coming up for you, I feel it's very good. There is some work still ahead of you, I'm being told, pertaining to how you feel and think about yourself. But for the most part, I feel that you have come out on the other side. In other words, you've left something that you felt intuitively wasn't serving you, and you have arrived at a place where things are, for the most part, really good, and you're feeling hopeful again, you're feeling joyous again for the most part, and you're feeling like, you know what, things might not have been all roses in the past, but where I'm looking now, I like what I see. Okay, so those are the first 3 cards. Now, the reason behind all of this, let's see what happens. We have the card called The Waiting Game. And this is yet another card, number 2. So you have 3 2s. This is all about decisions and choices. And the reason why you are where you are, the reason why you're going where you're going, is because there was a time of contemplation where you were deciding which way to go. And whatever the decision that you were sitting on was, I feel it took you some time to come into grips with or to decide. And I'm hearing the word 6. I'm hearing the word 6 months. So maybe you have been contemplating this move for the last 6 months. Maybe you have been sitting on a decision and not really saying anything out loud, but just kind of contemplating for the last six weeks or 6 months. Bottom line is, you've had to make some choices and decisions, but I feel like the contemplation process took a bit of time. And I also want to say that it is with a heavy heart that you had to make some decisions, but you made these decisions because intuitively you knew, without a second of a doubt, without a sliver of a doubt, that if you stayed where you were, things were not going to get better, look up for you, or things were not going to be according to what you wish for or hope for. Keep in mind, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I just pray it makes sense to you. So that's the influence, or sorry, that's the reason. The potential of your situation, or what could potentially come of it. We have the card called Throat Chakra. So what this tells me right off the bat, and it was shown to me in reverse, and incidentally, it is a card number 5. The reason why it's shown to me in reverse, it's because there is a tendency for you to hold back not only your feelings and emotions, but also to hold back your voice. It wouldn't surprise me if some of you had challenges around this part of your body, whether it's tightness in your throat, whether it's issues around thyroid, whether it's issues around cold and always having a sore throat. I don't know what it is, but I'm hearing the word suppression. So there's definitely something in your background that has made you feel like you can't freely speak up. And the card is shown to me. I want to ask why it's in reverse. Okay, it's in reverse because he's saying to me that there are tendencies for you to suppress your voice. Whether you call it your voice, whether you call it your truth, whatever it may be, there's definitely a tendency for you to do that. And interestingly enough, I am connecting with a female energy. So first and foremost, I'm picking up that this is somehow connecting to a female. It absolutely means that it can connect to a male, absolutely. But first and foremost, I'm picking up a female. And so if you had the tendency to suppress your voice or to be afraid of speaking your truth, make sure you don't allow that to happen going forward. If you have people who don't agree with your decisions, if you have people who don't agree with your path, if you have people who don't agree with your ideas, that's okay. You do not need to feel like you have to be in agreement with them or them in agreement with you in order to be happy. Sometimes, a lot of the times, it is never where people can actually feel what we feel. People can see what they see from an outside position, but they're never truly privy to feel how we feel inside. So what one may not understand from their point of view is not really significant if it means something positive to you. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And incidentally enough, my throat is starting to hurt right now, and I feel this constriction. Now, this could be because I've been talking for 2 weeks nonstop. That could be it. But he is pointing me to the throat area and saying there is a blockage in there, or there is a tendency for blockage to be in there. So please learn how to speak up for yourself. I do feel you left some kind of situation that perhaps contributed to you suppressing your voice. And if that's the case, maybe that's why you decided, you know what, I don't think I can do this any longer because I need to, I need something better for my life. So I'm hoping this is making sense. Let me just see if my guide wants to add something. He's saying to me that there is a purpose to where you're going. So if you feel somehow conflicted, but I don't think you should, because where you are right now is looking pretty bright. So, but if there are moments where you feel conflicted, perhaps it's because of the decisions that you will be coming up. Know that there is a point to all of this, and I'm being shown a metaphor of a carpet being rolled out in front of me. And to me, it signifies that in the future, it will be revealed to you as to the reasons why this is happening. Okay? Again, this is a general reading. If it makes sense to you, I would love to hear from you. If it doesn't make sense, perhaps your moon sign or your rising sign will make sense, and sometimes things may not make sense every single time you hear it. So, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. If you would like a private reading that is specially catered to you, by all means, you can contact me. Or if you would like to hear from a loved one who's passed, you can contact me at info@joannademedium.com, or you can go to my website page. The information is down below, and contact me that way. Until May, I wish you best of luck. Keep going, keep your head high, trust yourself, trust in your abilities, be kind to yourself, and most importantly, enjoy life. Very, very important. And also enjoy the process. You are coming from a place that is not the greatest, but that's in your past. Don't look back. Just keep moving forward. And like he said earlier, enjoy the process, because life is meant to be enjoyed first and foremost. I wish you best of luck. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening. And thank you for viewing. See you in May.